Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Rich Clark, Guide to the Right Path. Now, I've been talking about relationships and I've been talking about dating, pre-engagement, engagement, and marriage. And I'm now going to talk about the unfortunate thing is what's does happen to some marriages is divorce. As you can see, these couple are arguing between me. Imagine it's like it's my head and I'm doing this. And that guy's there. I've been that therapist, sat there while couples are going, I hate you, and you get it. And you have to really be very calm and have to not take sides, and you've just got to be that happy conduit and medium in the middle. So I'm going to explain again problems, what leads to divorce, and solutions, perhaps before divorce happens, or actually the solutions is that divorce has to happen. So again, I'm just going to explain it from the perspective as a therapist, because I do CBT, hypnotherapy, and psychotherapy. So what leads to divorce? So divorce is the legal dissolution of marriage. Common factors include persistent unresolved conflict. Now, I've talked about this about communication, but this conflict of coming and forth, destructive communication patterns, after a while it gets to that head and one partner just says, I've had enough. Or they both go, I can't live with you anymore, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Now, persistent unresolved conflict. How does this get sorted? Well, that is, as a therapist, you would work out the cognitive behavior therapy of what is triggering them to keep getting in conflict. What is that result? What is that around? Now, I would say most unresolved conflict is bad communication problems, trust issues, and work-life balance, and maybe intimacy challenges. You do hear about family interference, but again, most of that can be dealt with. So the solution to that is going to have CBT, changing the way you feel and how you actually respond to the relationship and why you get around it. Hypnotherapy, you go into the timeline and find out where these problems were and why they've happened, what was the actual cause effect of that to happen, and why this keeps becoming a conflict. And then if you can reframe it, great. Maybe it makes the couple not want to get divorced, or it can do the opposite where they actually say, well, we don't want to reframe it. We don't want to do anything about it. We just want to divorce. And there could be many different reasons. It usually something comes up within the sessions and then someone goes, oh, wow, okay, that's how you feel. And that does happen. The big one, the mainly divorce, 70% of it, infidelity. Now, infidelity, I think, is also leads to someone's also their precondition or programming to do that. They feel unloved, unsatisfied. There's issues with that, trauma they're going through. But also, I would say intimacy issues as well is the mismatched sexual desires, lack of emotional connection, or physical intimacy problems. This can actually happen quite a lot when someone, a partner's had a child and they don't feel the intimate sexual desires like they did when they were single or before they had a child. That happens quite a lot. Again, what's the resolution? Find out what the infidelity is and whether the couple are willing to get past it and keep the marriage going. And if they're not, then it leads to divorce. And how do they get through that? What does that be? The infidelity could be that the other partner feels that this person they've had the infidelity with is actually they feel that's going to be a better relationship. And in that respect, as much as it's hurtful, we have to understand that people are individuals, and it may just be that's what happens, and then that's where it comes into the next part: financial incompatibility.